Good afternoon, dear students. Myself, CS Megha Goyal, welcomes you all for the today's live virtual class for Paper 2, Business Laws at the Foundation Level. Today, we will deal with Chapter 5, that is the Limited Liability Partnership Act 2008. Dear students, till now we have completed all the four chapters, first to four chapters, and chapter 2, chapter 3, and chapter 4. That is your Indian Contract Act, your Sales of Goods Act, and the Indian Partnership Act are the major chapters of your syllabus. Okay, so we have completed all the chapters, first four chapters. So I am assuming that you have completed these chapters from the study material. Okay, and Saransh, you are also referring. Simultaneously, regarding the practice part, you have completed all the questions which are covered in the study material, which are covered in the suggested answers, which are covered in the RTPs. Okay, so this is the strategy we have discussed many times, that first you have to watch the LVC, then you have to read the chapters before the class and after the class. Twice you have to read the chapters, the content which you have been taught in the class. Okay, then you can refer the saransh, then practice part, because study material, reading from the study material and practicing the same are the two major components for clearing the examination, are the major aspects. These must go simultaneously. Otherwise, if you are reading only from the study material and you are not revising, you are not practicing the questions, okay, it will be difficult for you to keep the pace, because January 2026 examinations are going to start very soon. Yes, so time is very less. Okay, so till first week of December, we will complete all our live virtual class. Yes. One query I received. I will take this query later, Naman Agrawal. I will take all the queries simultaneously, but let me finish. Okay, so once we are finished with our live virtual class for the 1 week, next following the classes, we will have the webinars. We will have two webinars for the Indian Contract Act, one webinar we will have for the Indian Partnership, one for SOGA, one for Companies Act, and one will be for negotiable and NLP. So there will be 6 webinars for you. Okay, so as the LVC classes are going on, today we will complete the chapter 5 as well. And from next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we will discuss the chapter of Companies Act 2013, chapter 6. And the next week to that, we will complete our chapter 7, that is Negotiable Instrument Act 1881. So this is the proper planning we have to do once we will finish with the LVC class. Simultaneously, we are doing our part, you are doing our part, you at your home. Okay, you are doing your part at your home. That is, you are taking the live virtual class, you have completed all the chapters which have been undertaken during the LVC. Saransh you have already undergone, and practice part. Practice, practice, practice. Be it your writing practice, writing practice. I know it will be difficult to write all the questions, but do some writing practice. Otherwise, do the suggested answers. Do the last year mock test papers at home. Of that questions, you can writing the questions. Okay, you can write the questions. Once you will be finished with the webinars, then we will have two series of our MTP. Okay, MTP from 15 December it is starting. So till then your entire syllabus will be finished. So you have to do the MTP. For MTP, you can go to your nearest branch. Otherwise, at 2 p.m. it will be uploaded on the website. Questions only. It will be uploaded on the website. You can download the same from the website and do the mock test paper at your home. We will discuss it later. I have discussed it many times, that what strategy do you follow while doing the MTP. I have always told you that try to solve the all questions of MTP, because out of 6 questions you have to do only any 5, but when you are doing practice at home of these sample papers, of these mock test paper, try to complete all the questions. Do not left any question. Choice is there for you during the examinations only. Okay, but not at home. Because maybe what question you have left at home, it came in your paper. Okay, आप यू विल अटेम्प्ट इट एट एग्जामिनेशन कंडीशंस ऑल्सो बट अगर कोई क्वेश्चन आपने घर पे करा हुआ है यू हैव सीन द प्रॉपर आंसर ऑफ इट एंड द सेम क्वेश्चन मे बी कम इन योर एग्जामिनेशन देन योर परफॉर्मेंस माइट इफेक्टेड it will be improved. So when you are doing the suggested answer, when you are doing the MTPs, try to complete all the questions. But within how much time? Same time, 3 hours. Do not exceed the time. Okay. Now, yes, we are starting with the chapter. The type of question for this chapter is many times we have seen the past 4-5 attempts. The question is asked is KNC based. That is comprehension and knowledge based. Direct based question comes in your examinations. Till now, you have must been recognized. You have must been known that what is the difference between direct questions and application oriented questions. Okay, so I'm not again repeating it again. One question comes from the LLP chapter of 6 to 7 marks. Okay, so 6 to 7 marks of there is a question of direct based. So we will discuss some questions of in the class also, and I have already uploaded some questions through the assignment. So all these type of questions you can attempt. Now one query. There is a query of Naman Agarwal. Sir, I was answering the assignment questions, but my answer did not match as the same way. It was written in the prescribed mode. So how could I check whether the content of my answer is acceptable in the ICAI examination or not? Naman, it's a very good thing that you are trying all the questions of assignment at your home. It is pretty much obvious that all your answers will not be matched as per the ICAI. Okay, the performance of your answers will increase day by one, but daily practice a lot questions and compare your answers with the ICAI. When you are done the comparison part now, so you will know the shortcomings of your answer. You will automatically get an idea that what are the shortcomings. Okay, so you are the judge of your own. This time I have repeated many times that you are the judge. The only and only person who can help you is only you. Okay, we are here, but you are here for you, and you can compare the answers written by you and written by ICAI. So gradually, slowly, your answers will improve. Not to worry. Okay, but it's a good thing that you are practicing all the assignment questions. Yes. So what will be the coverage of the session? Yes, first of all, we will discuss with the meaning of limited liability partnership. We have discussed the partnership. Companies we will discuss later, but this LLP, what is limited liability partnership? We will discuss. What was the need, scope, and advantages? Okay, these are the different forms of business organization, your partnership, your LLP, and your company. So what is when company is there, when partnership is there, these are the two acts which are very old. Companies Act 1956 and 2013, partnership is your 1932. So what was the need for the new act which came in 2008? Okay, then incorporation, अब हमने पढ़ लिया कि LLP क्या है, क्या need है. Then we will discuss that how the LLP is being incorporated. How LLP is different with other forms of organizations. Here I have discussed, till 2 minutes before I told you that partnership, company and LLP are different form of organization. Many other organizations are there, but in our syllabus, we will discuss 3 in detail. That is these. So how LLP is different with the company, how LLP is different with the partnership firm. Okay. Yes. The first and the foremost question, what is LLP? Limited Liability Partnership. The company and partnership, if we mix, the features of companies and the features of partnership. We can say the positives of company and the positives of partnership. If we combine these two organizations, these two features, then LLP comes into picture. Okay. Yes, partnership we have discussed in session 4, in chapter 4. Harleen has already understood you that what is partnership. A Companies Act, we will discuss it later. But company क्या होती है? Company is a legal association of person. एक आपकी association of person है. हम इसको डिटेल में ज्यादा बाद में पढ़ेंगे. But company अभी जैसे it's a MCA governed by MCA. It's a company that artificial legal person. Artificial matlab I am a legal person, but I am natural. Okay, so company is an artificial made by law. Okay, governed by the persons, and it's governed by directors. Okay, so we will discuss it later, but right now it's LLP क्या है? LLP is a combination of company and partnership. Yes. Some more meanings of LLPs are there, like new form of legal business entity with limited liability. It's a new form. Okay, it came in 2008, तो एक नई form है, but क्या है इसमें limited liability. This clause we will discuss. Limited liability, since in the Companies Act, liability is limited of the members and the directors, but in the Partnership Act, if we see the Partnership Act, the liability of the partners is not limited. But since LLP has been incorporated, it has taken the benefit, it has taken the advantages of company limited liability. Okay, so the partnership, the liability of the partners is limited. First of all, feature, you can say feature, need, the benefit. Okay, allow the partners the flexibility of organizing their internal structure. Here the partners can decide that what capital they are introducing. Liability of the partners will be limited. This we have discussed. Alternative corporate business vehicle, like it's a alternative to the company. It's an alternative to the partnership firm. LLP itself will be liable for the full extent of assets. Okay, here the partners will not be liable, unlimited, but the LLP itself will be liable for the assets, for the full extent of its assets. If the LLP is being dissolved or something happens, so LLP will be liable, but not the partners. Yes, we have discussed that what was the need for the LLP. A need for a new corporate form. It's a new corporate form that would provide an alternative to the traditional partnership. Traditional partnership means partnership, registered partnership under the 1930 Indian Partnership Act 1932. That is called traditional, पुराने type की partnership. With unlimited personal liability. उसमें हमने अभी we have discussed that partnership has the unlimited personal liability. The partner's liability is unlimited on one hand, and statute-based governance structure on the limited liability on the other hand. And company की liability क्या होती है? Limited. So to overcome this traditional partnership with unlimited liability, we have introduced the LLP, where the partner's liability is limited. Okay. Good afternoon. So many students are written. Good afternoon. मैम हिंदी में भी शॉर्ट में थोड़ा थोड़ा समझा देना. ओके अंश? इसको अक्षदीप रिमूव. लाइव क्लासेस कब तक होंगी नेहा? लाइव क्लासेस आपकी नेक्स्ट टू नेक्स्ट वीक 2 वीक्स तक है. उसके बाद वी विल कंडक्ट द वेबिनार्स. ओके. यस. In order to enable professional expertise and entrepreneurial initiative and combine, organize and operate in flexible, innovative and efficient manner, LLP was enacted. Okay, इसमें traditional partnership को जैसे प्रोफेशनल एक्सपर्टीज के लिए फॉर एंटरप्रेन्योर, लाइक वी हैव इंट्रोड्यूस द कंपनी फीचर्स, सो फॉर एंटरप्रेन्योर initiative and combined LLP was enacted. Removed?
Yes.
Let's come check.
करके चला गया.
Okay.
अल्लाह को देंगे.
नहीं, it came after 2 only.
नहीं, सर से पहले हमने कर दिया था.
Okay.
दूसरे डिवाइस से वो.
LLP provides the benefit of limited liability but allow the members the flexibility. Yes, the partner's liability is limited, but they can organize their capital according to their choice, according to the LLP agreement. The LLP form enable entrepreneurs, professional enterprises providing services of any kind, engage scientific and technical disciplines to form commercially efficient vehicles suited to their requirements. Since LLP is registered under MCA, so that's why it's a commercially efficient vehicle. Many persons are making LLP for their being entrepreneur, for providing professional services. Okay, because there are some procedural formalities are much more in the company. So MCA has introduced LLP, the government has introduced LLP, and many persons are making LLP right nowadays because the legal procedures are less as compared to company. Owing to flexibility in its structure and operation, LLP is a suited vehicle for small enterprises and for investment by venture capital. Okay? Yes. Now LLP Act is these type of questions can come in your examinations, that what is LLP, what is the need of LLP. Okay, so Ministry of Law and Justice on 9th January 2007 notified, this we have discussed in chapter 1, that what is the procedure of law. Once the bill is made, it passed in Lok Sabha, then it has to be passed in Rajya Sabha, then it has to take the President of India approval, then it will be notified. So that is the procedure of making a law that we have discussed in the very first class, dear students. So the Ministry of Law Justice notified the LLP Act. The Parliament passed the Limited Liability Act on 12th December 2008, and the President of India assented the bill of 7 January, and it has come notified as the Limited Liability Partnership Act 2008. Yes. Now, जब भी हम whenever we are reading the first page of the act, it is say that it applies to where, है ना? In the Contract Act, it applies to whole of India. So the same is the case with the LLP Act 2008. It applies to whole of India. Structure of LLP, it's a very important, like 81 sections and 4 schedules. Schedules are not relevant for your examinations. We have covered a limited scope of sections, and all the 81 sections are not relevant for you. We have discussed many limited sections, section 1 to section 17 or 18 in our study material for your syllabus. So whatever is covered in your syllabus, you have to do only that portion. First schedule, what it says, mutual rights and duties of partners. But why we have incorporated here? Because it's the base. For knowledge purpose, it's not relevant for examinations, but relevant only for your knowledge. Second schedule, conversion of firm into LLP. Third schedule, conversion of private company into LLP. Fourth schedule, conversion of unlisted company into LLP. So all these, there are 4 schedules and 81 sections of the LLP. Once you will clear your foundation examination, the same LLP chapter will be there in your paper 2, Corporate and Other Laws Intermediate. Okay, there you will read more about the more sections of the LLP, about the more rules, LLP rules you will also read in intermediate. So today's class LLP chapter is the base for your intermediate. You can say that. Yes, important thing. that Indian Partnership Act 1932 is not applicable to LLP. Why? Because for LLP, there is a separate act, that is the Limited Liability Partnership Act 2008. So, the provisions of Indian Partnership Act 1932 is not applicable to LLP. All the provisions have been made newly for the LLP. Since it's a partnership firm, LLP is also a partnership, but limited liability has been added. So, but in the traditional partnership, under the Partnership Act 1932, partners' liability was unlimited. But here it is limited, and the provisions of Partnership Act is not applicable to the LLP because separate legislation has been made for LLP. Yes. Yes, usual notified date is 2008, but president approval is 2009. So these are the government dates. So we cannot change that. This is the procedure, proper procedure. The government notifies in 2009, but the name of the act was still 2008. Okay, Ujjwal? Yes, Naman. Thank you. Yes, this is the very important slide because many a times a question has come in your examinations. They have not asked all the characteristics. They have asked some like explain the 4 characteristics of LLP, be it your perpetual succession, your common seal. They have picked, there are 2 slides for characteristics, this and there. So total 8 plus 8, 16 characteristics are there. So they can ask you any point. So that does not mean that you have referred only 4 out of these 16s. You have to refer, you have to read all these characteristics in detail because this is a very important slide. Yes. First of all, characteristics. LLP is a body corporate. Okay, body corporate की definition is covered under section 2(1)(d), that body corporate. What is the body corporate? Like a company. It includes a company under the Companies Act. We will discuss it definition in detail in the 3rd, 4th slide. But I am telling you that body corporate, in body corporate, the companies under the Companies Act 2013 is included. LLP, 3 types of LLP is there. So body corporate is a major big form of some corporate. Okay, so we will discuss it in the coming slide. Perpetual succession. Yes, perpetual succession क्या होता है? Like death, like if any partner has you will discuss it in detail in Companies Act. What company is also affected by perpetual succession. It's one of the feature of the company, but here also one of the feature of LLP is that it has perpetual succession, that if any partner, okay, if any partner has been died, he has become insane, he has become insolvent, that does not mean that LLP will be closed. LLP will come to an end. That does not mean. So if any partner, if some mishap happen to any partner, LLP will continue. Okay, it can be dissolved, but due with the consent of all the other partners, it can wind up. LLP can be wound up. It cannot be dissolved like the Partnership Act. Okay, in the Partnership Act में क्या होता था? If any partner died, become insolvent, so it can be dissolved. But here, if something happened to any partner, so LLP will not come to an end. It will go on. So that is the meaning of perpetual succession. Okay, separate legal entity. What do you mean by separate legal entity? All these features are same for the company also. So, okay, so all these things you will discuss in detail in the Companies Act also. So it's a very beneficial for you that you are reading here also. You will read there also. So double revision. Separate legal entity means that LLP is different and its member is different. They are not the same person. they are separate in the eyes of law. Okay, so LLP liability is limited, is full, is unlimited, but the liability here is of the partners are unlimited, are limited. So what do you mean by separate legal entity? That LLP is different, its partners are different. They are not the same personalities. Mutual agency. Yes, mutual agency क्या होती है? Mutual agency means like all the partners, जो भी हमारे partners हैं, they are the agent of the LLP. ठीक है कि we are liable towards the LLP, but one partner is not liable to the another partner. Like partnership में हमने अभी पढ़ा कि one partner is liable to the another partner, but that is not the case with LLP. Here, the one partner is not liable to the another partner. Okay? Yes. LLP agreement. LLP agreement, इसमें जो हमारा what is the benefit of this LLP? That LLP agreement can be made. LLP agreement में क्या हो सकता है? LLP agreement में they are mutual rights of the partners, mutual duties and rights of the partners as per the choice of partners can be written, can be incorporated into LLP agreement. अगर मुझे एक LLP बनानी है तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मुझे क्या करना होगा? एक LLP एग्रीमेंट बनाना होगा. उसी के बाद आई कैन मेक द LLP. बट इफ इट्स नॉट कंपल्सरी टू मेक LLP एग्रीमेंट, अगर LLP एग्रीमेंट नहीं बनाया है तो म्यूचुअल ड्यूटीज एंड राइट्स ऑफ द पार्टनर्स कहां से गवर्न होंगी? इट विल बी गवर्न बाय द LLP एक्ट 2008. समझ में आ रहा है? Please write to me that whatever I am teaching is understandable to you or not. Okay? Hindi, English, whatever language issue is there, please write to me. LLP agreement क्या comprise करता है? Mutual duties and rights. LLP agreement partners can make before the incorporation. But अगर LLP, it's not compulsory to make LLP agreement, they can directly make the LLP. But if LLP agreement is not there, the mutual rights and duties will be governed by act only. Artificial legal person. Yes, 1 minute. Yes, everybody is writing ki yes, it's ma'am, its registration is optional or compulsory. LLP registration is compulsory. It's not voluntary. Okay, like in the partnership act में हमने पढ़ा था कि it's not mandatory, but here it is governed by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, like the company. So both type of organization is mandatorily to get registered themselves. Yes, artificial legal person. Artificial legal person like natural. I am a natural person. Okay. But I am making a company. I am making a LLP. So that means it's an artificial legal person created by legal process. Okay. There are proper procedure for making an LLP. Okay. Like a natural person can go to jail, can take an oath. Okay. They can marry, they can divorce. But LLP cannot do all these things. It cannot go to jail, it cannot marry, it cannot divorce. So it's an artificial. ये artificial है, but legal person is also there. Common seal. Yes. कॉमन सील लाइक अफिक्स्ड करते हैं किसी चीज के ऊपर, तो जैसे सील लगा देते हैं तो कॉमन सील होती है लाइक कंपनी की, LLP की. समटाइम्स इट्स नॉट कंपल्सरी. पहले 2015 से पहले it was mandatory for the LLP on the company to have the common seal, but now it is not mandatory. कंपनी के नाम से एक सील बन जाती है. कोई भी डॉक्यूमेंट हो, कोई भी डीड हो, तो the directors can affix the common seal. Okay, so common seal can be used by designated partners. अब आप मुझसे पूछोगे designated partners क्या होता है? I will come to it. Give me some time. Okay, so common seal, one of the characteristics of LLP is common seal. If there is a common seal, first of all, it is not mandatory to have a common seal, but if it is there, it has to be affixed by at least 2 designated partners. It cannot be misused by another person. Limited liability, yes, here the partner's liability is limited. They have limited portion to contribute in the case of winding up. Okay? So it is the very important benefit. Limited liability partnership के first 2 words are these: limited liability. Yes. Characteristics of LLP. We have seen 8 characteristics. Now it's the turn of another 8 sets of characteristics. Management of business. Here the term is business. Business करने के लिए we make LLP. Management कौन करता है? Who manages the LLP? The LLP is being managed by the designated partners. अभी मैं आपको बताती हूँ, जैसे पार्टनर्स होते थे पार्टनरशिप में, वैसे ही LLP में there is a concept of partner and designated partners. Partners, who are the partners? Partners are those persons who incorporate LLP. But who are the designated partners? Partners make designated partners. Designated partners कौन होते हैं? Who manages the LLP. डिफरेंस समझ में आया? पार्टनर्स मेक LLP. उन्होंने पार्टनरशिप बना के छोड़ दी, उन्होंने LLP बना के छोड़ दी. अब LLP बन गई. Who will manage it? It will be managed by designated partners. Okay? समझ में आ रहा है? Yes, its registration is compulsory. All clear, ma'am? Yes, understood. Very good. Yes, all the points are clear. Saraswati is writing designated partners means the partner must be in resident in India at least 120 days. Yes, you are right, Saraswati, but there is one clause to that. I will explain it. Akshit is writing yes. Yes, it's clear. All the points are clear. Very good, students. Yes. Now, management of business, I have told you that it is managed by designated partners. Now, maximum number and minimum and maximum number of partners. Okay. What is the limit? Minimum to maximum, there is no limit on the partners as well as designated partners. But minimum partners will be 2. 2 पार्टनर ही मिलकर आपकी LLP बना सकते हैं. मैक्सिमम की देयर इज नो लिमिट. बिजनेस फॉर प्रॉफिट ओनली. इसका क्या मतलब है? बिजनेस फॉर प्रॉफिट. इसका मतलब ये है कि LLP कैन बी मेक ओनली फॉर प्रॉफिटेबल बिजनेस, नॉट फॉर चैरिटेबल. नो चैरिटेबल. अभी आपका सितंबर 2025 में ऐसा ही क्वेश्चन आया था. नो चैरिटेबल, नो नॉन इकोनॉमिक पर्पस. ओके. सेक्शन आपका जो बिजनेस फॉर प्रॉफिट है, LLP ओनली कैन बी मेक ओनली फॉर प्रॉफिट. चैरिटेबल नहीं कर सकता, नॉन इकोनॉमिक नहीं कर सकता. अब मुझसे आप पूछोगे कि मैडम अगर हम चैरिटेबल करना हो तो उसके लिए वी कैन मेक सेक्शन 8 कंपनी, बट वेट फॉर 1 क्लास. इट विल बी डिस्कस्ड इन योर कंपनीज एक्ट चैप्टर. ओके. यस. इन्वेस्टिगेशन. कभी कभी कोई फ्रॉड भी हो जाता है. डेजिग्नेटेड पार्टनर्स आर मिसयूजिंग द अफेयर्स. Okay, they are managing the company not in as per proper channel, as per proper compliances. So the central government, the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, can investigate the affairs of LLP. Compromise or arrangement. Sometimes between, आपने सुने होंगे mergers होते हैं, amalgamations होते हैं कंपनीज में, आपने न्यूज में भी सुना होगा. So same LLP can also be arranged with some other LLP. इसके लिए LLP Act के अंदर ये सारे हमारे एक्ट के अंदर गवर्न होते हैं, बट दीज provisions are not applicable at the foundation level. But since knowledge point of view से we are reading that LLP can be arranged, can be merged with another LLP. Okay? Conversion into LLP. अगर जो हमारी existing companies चल रही हैं, like आपकी private company, आपकी firm क्या होती है? Partnership firm हमने बनाई 1932 में. Now अब उसने देखा कि मेरे 3 partners are there. उन्होंने देखा कि यस, अब तो मेरी कंपनी तो 1960 की बनी हुई है फर्म, अब मैं एलएलपी बनाना चाहता हूं, तो दे कैन कन्वर्ट, द पार्टनरशिप फर्म कैन कन्वर्ट इटसेल्फ इनटू एलएलपी. प्राइवेट फर्म, प्राइवेट कंपनी अभी हम पढ़ेंगे कंपनीज एक्ट के अंदर, एंड अनलिस्टेड पब्लिक कंपनी. All these 3 entities can convert themselves into LLP. अनलिस्टेड पब्लिक कंपनी क्या होती है? पब्लिक कंपनी 2 टाइप्स की पब्लिक कंपनी होती है, जो नॉर्मल पब्लिक कंपनी, और एक विच इज लिस्टेड, हुज शेयर्स. इतना तो आपको मुझे पता है कि सब चीजें पता होंगी. लिस्टेड कंपनी, प्राइवेट कंपनी, थोड़ा सा यू आर अ सीए स्टूडेंट्स. Okay, so you must get an idea. You have an idea that what is a private company, public company, listed public company. Though we will discuss these definitions detail in coming week. But I am assuming that all these 3 minor definitions, minor terms, you are aware about it. So, firm, private company, unlisted public company can convert themselves into LLP. They have to follow the procedure as given in the LLP Act 2008. Okay, got it? Yes. E-filing of documents. आजकल तो ई-कॉमर्स, ई-फाइलिंग का जमाना है, सब कुछ ई पे चलता है ना, मोबाइल पे. सो मोबाइल, लैपटॉप, टैब्स. सो ई-फाइलिंग हेयर ऑल्सो सम, आपको जैसे आप अभी पढ़ेंगे, देर आर सम एनुअल फाइलिंग्स, एनुअल रिटर्न्स, फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स इन द कंपनीज एक्ट. यहाँ पे देर आर डिफरेंट डॉक्यूमेंट्स. आपने एलएलपी बनाई, बट कुछ यू हैव टू सबमिट टू द गवर्नमेंट. Okay, you have to submit, you have to file some documents to the government. Annual filing होती है. Annual filing करोगे तभी तो गवर्नमेंट को पता चलेगा कि you are following all the rules and procedures. So, e-filing of documents is there. LLP can file their documents electronically through the portal, MCA portal. Okay, foreign LLPs. Yes, some LLPs are formed, registers and incorporated outside India. Outside India भी बन सकती है, but उनका place of business is there in India. That is called foreign LLPs. Means any LLP incorporated, registered outside India, but they are having the business in India. Okay, they are having their place of business in India. So that LLP is called foreign LLPs. Some queries. Ujjwal, partner, make the ma'am, listed public company can be converted into LLP or not? No. Listed public company cannot be converted into LLP. If I am writing unlisted public company, so that means it only unlisted public can be converted, but not the listed public company. Okay, Ujjwal? Minimum and maximum number is partner or designated partner. It is the case with both partners and LLP. Minimum 2. Yes. Now we have discussed body corporate, characteristics of body corporate, perpetual succession, separate legal entity, mutual agency, LLP agreement, artificial legal person, common C, limited liability, है ना? All these are characteristics. Then management of business LLP is managed by designated partners, minimum two partners, two designated partners, maximum no limit. Business for profit only means it cannot be incorporated for charitable purpose. Okay, LLP can be formed only for business, for profit. The central government can investigate the LLP. The LLP can be arranged with another LLP. Only firm, private company and unlisted public company can be converted into LLP. Then LLP can e-file its documents, and there is also a concept of foreign LLPs. अभी तक clear है सब? Please write to me. Yes. Now we will discuss जो हमने अभी characteristics we have discussed. It's almost the advantages also, but we have written here that is organized and operates on the basis of an agreement. ये मैंने आपको बताया LLP agreement के बारे में. Provide flexibility without imposing detailed legal and procedural requirements. जैसे कंपनी एक्ट अगर आप करोगे कंपनीज के बारे में तो उसमें देयर आर डिटेल्ड लीगल कंप्लायंसेस, ओके, प्रोसीजरल रिक्वायरमेंट्स, बट दैट इज नॉट द केस विद LLP. Here the formalities are less, so it is the benefit of LLP. Easy to form, yes. Incorporation जो procedure है, what is the incorporation procedure? It is easy as compared to other forms of organization. All partners enjoy limited liability. Okay, their liability is not unlimited. Flexible capital structure. They can introduce their own capital. It is not fixed. Like in some companies act, the minimum shares, yes, all these things are fixed, but it is not the case with LLP. Easy to dissolve. Yes, LLP को we can wind up, we can dissolve the LLP easily. इसको आप डिटेल में पढ़ सकते हो अपनी स्टडी मटेरियल में. नाउ अभी तक हमने वट एवर वी हैव teached, we have seen, we have discussed, that is was a journal. Now some definitions, some technical part comes into picture. Okay, so body corporate. Body corporate, मैंने आपको जैसे ही बताया, it means a company as defined in clause 20 of section 2 of the Companies Act 2013 and includes body corporate में देखिए क्या क्या है. First of all, company is there, a limited liability partnership registered under this act. LLP is also, हम लिख लेते हैं company, LLP incorporated outside India. Okay, company incorporated outside India. कंपनी के साथ भी जो हमारी कंपनी प्लस कंपनी इनकॉर्पोरेटेड आउटसाइड इंडिया, ऑल दीज कम्स इनटू डेफिनेशन ऑफ बॉडी कॉर्पोरेट. कंपनी इनकॉर्पोरेटेड आउटसाइड इंडिया, LLP इनकॉर्पोरेटेड आउटसाइड इंडिया. ओके, बट डज नॉट इंक्लूड कॉर्पोरेशन सोल, अ कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी रजिस्टर्ड अंडर एनी लॉ फॉर द सोसाइटीज बन जाती हैं, है ना, फॉर द टाइमिंग इन फोर्स and any other body corporate central government may notify. कि कुछ ऐसी कंपनीज, ऐसी बॉडी कॉर्पोरेट्स भी हो सकती हैं which cannot be included in the definition of body corporate. समझ में आया? It's a very simple definition. It means a company. इस तरह से अगर आप पढ़ेंगे ना तो it is very easy to remember the definitions, the provisions. Why the LVC class is conducted? Why? Because all these PPTs, all these are notes where we have explained everything in a very beautiful manner, in a very crisp manner, so that you can refer these notes along with the study material and it will be imbibed in your mind. Okay? All these things we have made in a very beautiful presentations. So, बॉडी कॉर्पोरेट में अभी आपको याद हो गया होगा, कंपनी एज डिफाइंड इन कंपनीज एक्ट, साइमल्टेनियसली कंपनी इनकॉर्पोरेटेड आउटसाइड इंडिया एंड LLP outside India, but all these things are not included in the definition of body corporate. Yes, some queries are there. Every student is writing crystal clear points. Yes. Now, it is the definition of business. अभी हमने पढ़ा मैनेजमेंट ऑफ बिजनेस, बट बिजनेस क्या होता है? व्हाट इज द डेफिनेशन ऑफ बिजनेस? इट इज कवर्ड अंडर सेक्शन 2 सबसेक्शन क्लॉज ई, सबसेक्शन ई क्लॉज ई includes every trade, profession, service and occupation. Okay, so कोई भी काम, profession like your CA, CS, CMA, service and occupation, here LLP can do these type of business, except any activity which the central government by notification exclude. कुछ तरह की ऐसी activities हो सकती हैं like the central government or the MCA may exclude. So business includes every trade, profession, service and occupation. Simple language, simple definition. These definitions can come in your examinations. Okay, so read them thoroughly from these PPTs and from the study material. Yes, designated partner definition is covered in subsection 2 1J, means any partner designated as such pursuant to section 7. This is मिक्स अब हमें सेक्शन 7 देखना पड़ेगा इसके लिए. यस, अभी हम सेक्शन 7 वी विल डिस्कस इट इन कमिंग स्लाइड्स. एंटिटी मीन्स एनी बॉडी कॉर्पोरेट, अभी हमने पढ़ा, एंड इंक्लूड्स फॉर द पर्पसेस ऑफ दिस अ फर्म सेटअप अंडर द इंडियन पार्टनरशिप एक्ट. एंटिटी में हमने बताया एंटिटी की डेफिनेशन क्या है. एक बॉडी कॉर्पोरेट, बट कुछ सेक्शंस के लिए हम इंडियन पार्टनरशिप की फर्म को भी एंटिटी मान लेते हैं. ठीक. यस. फाइनेंशियल ईयर आपको पता है कब से स्टार्ट होता है? बताइए. 1 अप्रैल, like I'm taking the example of 2-4, say 31st March 25. This is the financial year which starts from 1st April till 31st March. Okay, so जो भी आपकी LLP है, जो भी आपकी कंपनी है, that is governed according to this year, financial year. हमारा कौन सा कैलेंडर ईयर के चलते? We are following the calendar year. बट LLP कंपनीज और भी जो भी हमारे सब चीजें हैं दैट फॉलो द फाइनेंशियल ईयर. ओके, तो फाइनेंशियल ईयर मैंने आपको बताया द पीरियड फ्रॉम द 1st day of April टू 31st day of March ऑफ द फॉलोइंग ईयर. यहां से स्टार्ट करके फॉलोइंग ईयर क्या हुआ? 25. अब देयर इज अ सिचुएशन हियर, however exception here, proviso here. In the case of a LLP incorporated after the 30th day of September year, कोई भी एक LLP आपकी बनी है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल वी टेक द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ 15th October 24 को एक one LLP has been incorporated 15th October 2024. So what will be the financial year for this? Please write to me. The financial year may end on the 31st March of the next following year. Financial year जो पड़ेगा वो हमारा 31st पड़ेगा, बट नेक्स्ट फॉलोइंग ईयर, इसका क्या मतलब है आप मुझे बताएं सब लोग. आई एम वेटिंग फॉर योर आंसर्स. First April to 31st March 2026. Very good. First April to 31st, Dhanushri, close to your answer. अक्षित 1st March. इसका मुझे फाइनेंशियल ईयर बताओ दिस कंपनी का. 15th October 24 को जो इनकॉर्पोरेट हुई है. 1st April to 31st March, no. 15th October to 31st March, बट इसमें ईयर तो लिखी है बच्चे, राइट डाउन द ईयर ऑल्सो. कहां से कहां तक? नो, किसी ने भी मुझे प्रॉपर आंसर नहीं दिया है. फाइनेंशियल ईयर आपने एंड सही बताया. यस तानिया, 15th October 2024 टू 31st March 2026. सो अगर ये वाला केस है तो हमारा फाइनेंशियल ईयर क्या होगा? 15th October 24 till 31st March 25 होना चाहिए. नहीं, 26, क्योंकि फर्स्ट हमारा जो फाइनेंशियल ईयर होता है इट कैन नॉट बी लेस देन 6 मंथ्स. ओके, सो हम उसको, क्योंकि अभी तो ये फाइनेंशियल ईयर बना है, ये कंपनी बनी है, तो अभी 5 विद इन 5 मिनट्स वी विल डू नथिंग. So we have to wait for another financial year, then we will file and we will do the necessary compliances. Okay? Interesting? Yes. For an LLP, it means a LLP formed, registered, incorporated outside India, which has a place of business within India. ये मैंने आपसे भी डिस्कस किया था, है ना? Limited liability partnership, same, means a partnership formed and registered under this act. LLP की definition किसके अंडर कवर्ड है? 219 means LLP means a partnership formed, registered under this act. Now, LLP agreement. ये हमने अभी we have seen in one of the characteristics that there is a LLP agreement. What is the LLP agreement? Any written agreement, okay, between the partners of the LLP, like A and B are the partners and LLP is ABC and ABC LLP. So A, B and LLP के बीच में there is a agreement between the LLP and its partners. Sorry, this is the case of between the partners. A and B के बीच में there is an agreement जो बताता है कि A and B के बीच में क्या है, and between the LLP and its partners, which determines the mutual rights and duties of the partners, कि partners की क्या क्या duties हैं. It is written under LLP agreement. Their rights and duties in relation to that LLP, कि आपस में उनका क्या mutual rights and duties है, and their mutual duties and rights with respect to LLP. This is very important. It has come in your examination many times. Small LLP. It has recently been amended. LLP Act has recently amended. And one more definition has introduced, that small LLP, section 21TA. It means a LLP. Okay, LLP है. अभी देखो, जैसे अभी हम कंपनीज एक्ट पढ़ेंगे तो वहां पे भी कंपनी है and there is a concept of small company. So similarly, this concept has been introduced in LLP versus small LLP. Okay, the contribution of which does not exceed 25 lakh rupees, does not exceed 5 crore rupees as may be prescribed. ये थोड़ा सा ना, जब भी आप definition companies act में पढ़ोगे, it will be more clear. जैसे small company के केस में भी ऐसा ही concepts है, तो हमें इसमें कंफ्यूज नहीं होना. वी हैव टू राइट द प्रॉपर डेफिनेशंस एज पर दिस कंट्रीब्यूशन, टर्नओवर एंड दिस थिंग. बट फॉर योर नॉलेज पर्पस आई एम टेलिंग यू विच इज 25 लाख. अभी स्टूडेंट्स काफी क्वेरीज आती है मेरे पास कि मैम ये 25 lakhs और 5 करोड़ क्या है, दो चीजें क्यों लिखी हुई हैं? व्हाई द लॉ हैज रिटन टू थिंग्स? इट मीन्स दैट एट प्रेजेंट द मैक्सिमम कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन डज नॉट एक्सीड 25 lakh. अभी मिनिस्ट्री ने क्या स्पेसिफाई कर रखा है? व्हाट मिनिस्ट्री हैज स्पेसिफाइड? ओनली 25 lakhs. बट द मिनिस्ट्री क्या करती है? बार बार नोटिफिकेशंस निकालती है, चेंजेस लेकर आती है. तो मिनिस्ट्री ने अभी हैज स्पेसिफाइड कि अभी हमारा LLP जिसमें कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन 25 लाख तक है वो आपकी स्मॉल LLP मानी जाएगी. but धीरे धीरे gradually slowly the government can increase the contribution limit to 5 crore. 5 करोड़ से ऊपर गवर्नमेंट कैन नॉट फिक्स द कंट्रीब्यूशन. समझ में आ रहा है? इट्स लिटिल बिट टेक्निकल. 2 terms are given, 25 lakh and 5 crore. ओके, सो इसका क्या मतलब है? प्रेजेंटली गवर्नमेंट ने कह रखा है कि योर कंट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ द एलएलपी डज नॉट एक्सीड 25 lakh. Maybe after 1 year, government can increase to 50 lakh. Government can increase to 1 crore, 2 crore, 4 crore. But the ministry cannot increase it beyond 5 crore. Okay, अगर 5 करोड़ से ज्यादा लाना है तो the government has to make amendment in the act. समझ रहे हैं? Understood? Yes. Contribution 25 lakh or 5 crore. Similarly, turnover as per the statement of account solvency does not exceed 40 lakh rupees or such higher amount not exceeding 50 crore. Same. अभी presently limit कितनी है? 40 lakh. But gradually the government can increase to 50 crores rupees, but not more than that. Which meet such other requirements as may be prescribed and fulfill such terms and conditions as may be prescribed. ये सारी हमारी definition किसकी है? Small LLP. करिए इसको 1 मिनट. कोई डाउट है तो पूछिए बेटा. यस, सबको समझ? यस मैम, ये कैपिटल कंट्रीब्यूशन की लिमिट है क्या? कंट्रीब्यूशन एक अलग चीज होती है. ये अभी जब हम अकाउंट्स करेंगे ना, कंट्रीब्यूशन मीन्स जो व्हाट द पार्टनर्स आर कंट्रीब्यूटिंग. ओके, पार्टनर्स जो कैपिटल, आप कैपिटल कंट्रीब्यूशन की बात कर रहे हो विजुअल, दिस इज द सेम थिंग. यस, एवरीथिंग क्लियर? Three PM give break. Yes, I am giving break in 2 minutes. For 5 minutes only. ठीक है? Easy to form and dissolve. Very good. Yes. Everybody is writing clear, ma'am. Understood. मैम, पेपर में इजी लैंग्वेज में लिख सकते हैं या फिर बुक की लैंग्वेज ही लिखनी है? बेटा आप अपनी इजी लैंग्वेज में लिख कर आइए. इजी लैंग्वेज मतलब आप थोड़ा सा उसको लीगल में कन्वर्ट कीजिए. आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि एज इट इज बुक की लैंग्वेज लिखिए, बट जितना आप पढ़ेंगे, बुक्स को पढ़ेंगे, प्रैक्टिस करेंगे, आपकी ऑटोमेटिकली लैंग्वेज क्या हो जाएगी? लीगल. ओके, अभी हमारे 2 सेशंस भी हैं. Once the webinars will be conducted, BUS for your success at CA examinations, where we will come, BUS faculties will come, and we will deal with the examination strategies, how your planning are going on, how is your presenting your answers. We will discuss some questions also. So all these types of queries we will entertain there also. So many a times we will interact. If you are having any query, you can tell to me. You can write to me through your BUS query portal. Yes. All the queries are saying that yes, clear. Some okay. तो ये स्मॉल कंपनी, स्मॉल एलएलपी की डेफिनेशन, आपका कंट्रीब्यूशन, टर्नओवर के बारे में बता रखा है, तो आप कंफ्यूज नहीं होंगे. 25 लाख एंड 40 लाख इसकी प्रेजेंट लिमिट है अभी. Yes, now after the break, it's 3 PM. We will meet at 3:05 and we will discuss some MCQs. Then we will go ahead with our provisions. So please come sharply at 3:05. Yes. Now we have seen that LLP may we have seen the what is LLP, what is the characteristics of LLP. We have discussed 16 to 17 characteristics of LLP, advantages, need of LLP. All these topics are very important because the direct based question come from the LLP. Okay, so it can come like what is the LLP and what is the need of LLP. Some characteristic they can pick that explain these four basic characteristics of LLP like mutual agency, separate legal entity, artificial person, your perpetual succession, be it any. I'm not saying all these four will come, but it can come out of 16. Okay, advantages. What is small LLP? It is a very important thing. Yes. So all these type of questions can come in your examinations. आप ये मत करना कि LLP is a very small chapter, so we are skipping it. No, do not do this mistake because it's a very small topic, very easy and very easy to remember also. Direct based question आता है आपका पूरा का पूरा आप 6 to 7 मार्क्स का क्वेश्चन आराम से कर सकते हो. ओके तो ये चैप्टर छोड़ना नहीं है. इजी चैप्टर तो बिल्कुल नहीं छोड़ने, टफ वैसे ही नहीं छोड़ने है ना, तो छोड़ना कुछ नहीं है ना. इजी, नो टफ. Everything, whatever is covered in the study material is very important. Be it your first 5 chapters, be it your Companies Act, be it your negotiable, be it your chapter 1 Indian Regulatory Framework. देखा अभी हमने पढ़ा था LLP के बारे में, प्रोसीजर, बिल, पार्लियामेंट, प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया. सो दैट चैप्टर वाज द बेस. एग्रीमेंट पढ़ा हमने अभी, तो एग्रीमेंट कहाँ पढ़ा था हमने? चैप्टर 2 इंडियन कॉन्ट्रैक्ट एक्ट में. पार्टनरशिप, ट्रेडिशनल पार्टनरशिप, कंपनी we will discuss later in the coming chapter. So you can see, you can analyze that all these chapters are interrelated. अगर आप कुछ भी छोड़ के जाते हो तो it will be very risky. Okay, so don't do this mistake. Whatever is covered, please increase your speed, increase your pace. Time is very less. After January 2026 examination, once the exams are finished, you can relax. But now there is no time to relax. But that does not mean that you are start panicking. कि yes, मैम अब तो मैम ने बोला रिलैक्स नहीं करना तो हमें डरना है. नहीं, डरना नहीं है. हमें क्या करना है? Only study. Concentration. Focus. Okay? Believe in yourself that you will clear. ओके, सितंबर 2025 का आपने रिजल्ट देखा, अच्छा रिजल्ट है. बिजनेस लॉ का पेपर में भी काफी बच्चों के अच्छे मार्क्स आए हैं. द स्टूडेंट, मैनी स्टूडेंट्स टॉक टू मी कि यस मैम आई गॉट 65 मार्क्स, आई गॉट 70 मार्क्स. सो दैट डज नॉट मीन कि बिजनेस लॉ में मार्क्स नहीं आते. दे हैव रीड एंटायर स्टडी मटेरियल, दे हैव attempted entire question paper of 5 questions, not 6, 5 questions they have attempted, then they are able to get 65 or 70 marks. ओके, पूरा अटेम्प्ट करोगे देन ओनली यू विल बी एबल टू क्लियर. छोड़ना नहीं है. नाउ उज्जवल ने पहले ही आंसर बता दिया. उज्जवल वेरी स्मार्ट. यस, ऑल द स्टूडेंट्स हैव रिटन ऑप्शन डी. वेरी गुड. That means that your concept is cleared for this chapter. Okay. Now some student has not written the answer. So we are taking question number 1. Which of the following is true about the limited liability partnership? A limited liability partnership is not a distinct entity from its partners. A limited liability partnership is a legal entity separate from its partners. A limited liability partnership is a body corporate. Both and C are correct. So all the students have written option D. So option D is correct because limited liability partnership हमने पढ़ा है is a legal entity separate from its partners. Okay. And limited liability partnership is a body corporate. So both B and C are correct. So option D is correct. What is the purpose of LLP agreement? LLP agreement का क्या purpose है? To determine the maximum number of partners, to establish the minimum capital requirement, to govern the mutual rights and duties of the partners, to appoint designated partners. Yes, Ishita, correct answer. Neha, wrong. Gagan is also wrong. No, Santosh. Yes, Radhika, correct. Yes, Sobhia, correct. Yes, Bindya, correct. Anjali, you have written the answer. Okay, correct. Okay, Harsh. Very good. Almost all the answers are correct. Kritika, Aishwarya. No, Aishwarya, your answer is wrong, beta. Kartike. Almost all the students have given correct option. Okay, very good. No, Gagan. The correct answer is option C. अभी हमने पढ़ा था LLP agreement का. What is the specific role of the LLP is the mutual rights and duties of the partners towards themselves and towards the LLP is covered in the LLP agreement. So, to govern the mutual rights and duties of the partners is the correct option. Okay, very good. Almost all the students have given the correct option. Yes. Which entity regulates LLPs in India? ये मैंने आपको सबसे पहले फर्स्ट 5 मिनट्स में आई टोल्ड यू द करेक्ट आंसर. मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ कॉर्पोरेट अफेयर्स, रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया, एंड आई हैव used this entity many times during the lecture. Securities and Exchange Board of India, Ministry of Finance. Yes. Kartike, correct. Kritika, correct. Harsh, correct. Very good. Anjali is writing all the answers. Very good. Sobhya, Radhika. Very easy answer, I suppose. Almost all the students have given the correct option. Yes, Ujjwal, Dhanushri, Ansh, Akshit. Akshit कहाँ गया? Akshit, where are you? You have not written any answer. Yes, Akshit. Yes, very good. 3A. Very good, Akshit. All the answers are correct. 1, 2, 3. Yes. The correct option is Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Because LLP incorporated ही होती है www.mca.gov.in. The same website is there for LLP. The same website is for Companies Act. This is the very important website in your coming future. You will regularly use this mca.gov. Yes. For the purpose of LLP, resident in India means person who has stayed in India for a period of not less than 182 days during the current year. Person who has stayed in India for a period of not less than 182 days. 180 days during the immediately preceding 1 year. Person who has stayed in India for a period of not less than 181 days. Person who has stayed in India for a period of not less than 120 days during the financial year. बताइए, tell me the correct answer. Yes. Ishita, correct. तानिया का आंसर अभी नहीं आया. Yes, Bindiya, correct. Visual, correct, Pita. Good, Aishwarya. Gagan, wrong. If it is written with specific to this MCQ. Yes, Khalid. Anjali, no. Kritika, correct. Ansh, correct. Yes. Almost all the students have given option D. Person who has stayed in India for a period of not less than 120 days during the financial year. Which of the following statements regarding the LLP Act is correct? The Act was enacted to replace the Companies Act 2013. LLP formed under this Act cannot have perpetual succession. The Act provides for the formation and regulation of LLPs and matters connected therewith. LLPs formed under this Act are not considered separate legal entities. Tell me the answer, beta. No. Monu Singh, wrong answer. No. Aisha, wrong. No. Harsh, wrong answer. Sobhya, correct. Radhika, correct. Harsh, correct. Ujjwal, correct. Very good. Dhanushri, correct. Yes, Akshit, correct. Almost all the students have given option C. The Act provides for the formation and regulation of LLPs and matters connected therewith. This is the one of the main preamble. It is written in the preamble that LLP Act will provide for the formation and regulation of LLPs and matters connected therewith. Now, after finishing the MCQs, we will have another provisions. Now it's very important provisions are coming. First of all, partners. Section 5. Any individual or body corporate may be a partner in LLP. Okay? Individual B or body corporate B can become a partner. However, an individual shall not be capable of becoming a partner of LLP if this is a very important provisions now coming. Okay? पार्टनर के लिए हमने देखा इसको आप साथ साथ ट्राई टू रिमेंबर दीज प्रोविजंस आल्सो सेक्शन 5 an individual a body corporate can be a partner but an individual cannot be partner when he is found to be unsound mind अगर वो person is of unsound mind by court or competent jurisdiction he is an undischarged insolvent and he has applied to be adjudicated as an insolvent and his application is pending. Okay, insolvent क्या होता है? Which is not able to pay his dues. Okay, and his installment है और उसकी application either is pending in the court. So, इसकी definition हमने याद की section 5 के अंदर it is covered. An individual and body corporate can become a partner, but if an individual is an unsound mind, he is an undischarged insolvent, his application is pending for applied for educating as insolvent and his application is pending, then in these cases, that individual cannot become a partner of an LLP. Okay? Minimum number of partners. Section 6. Every LLP shall have at least 2 partners. 2 partner होंगे ये हमने पहले भी पढ़ा था one of the feature में minimum number 2. If at any time the number of partner is reduced below 2 अगर हमारा जो partners है वो 2 से भी ज्यादा कम है इफ इट इज लेस देन 2 पार्टनर्स के लिए हमें 2 पार्टनर चाहिए मिनिमम, बट बाय चांस देयर आर एग्जांपल ऑफ ए एंड बी, but in some circumstances for some time if partner B is not there, he has died or become insolvent, unsound mind, then is reduced below 2 से कम हो गया है, then the LLP carries on business for more than 6 months. For example, 1st July को LLP का there is only one partner and it continues with July, August, September, October, November, December. 1st December तक if the business of LLP continues, then जो A है remaining only partner during the time so carries on business after 6 months has the knowledge of the fact. 6 months के बाद अगर वो तब भी कंटिन्यू करता है shall be liable personally for the obligations of LLB incurred during that period. Then he will be personally liable. Okay, so 2 partners must be there in the case of LLP. If it is reduced below 2 and that reduction continues for more than 6 months, then after the 6 months, if the remaining partner, for example A, has the knowledge that he is the only partner, then he will be personally liable. याद हुआ? Easy form में I am explaining you. It can come in your examination. What is LLP? What are the partners and what are the limit on the partnership? Minimum number of partners. How many partners are required in the LLP? Okay, got it? Yes. Now, this is the very important slide. Designated partners हमने पहले भी पढ़ा था. Designated partners manages the business. फिर एक definition आई थी, उसमें लिखा था we will see the definition as pursuant to section 7. Now, we will discuss section 7. Every LLP shall have at least 2 designated partners. 2 designated partners होंगे who are individuals. Individuals होने चाहिए and at least one of them shall be resident in India. Resident in India होना एक में से जरूरी है. Out of 2, one must be resident in India. If in LLP all the partners are body corporate, अगर हमने पहले वाले जो partners देखे थे bodies corporate, 1 or 2 partners are individual, at least 2 individuals who are partners of such LLP or nominees shall act as designated partner. Okay, resident in India for the purpose ये अभी हमने देखा था. The term resident in India means who has stayed in India for a period of not less than 120 days during the financial year. Okay, so this is the definition of designated partner and minimum 2 partners will be there. Out of that 2 partners, one must be resident in India. Then we can write the definition of resident in India that a person who has stayed in India for not less than 120, मतलब 120 days से कम का stay नहीं होना चाहिए. Okay? Incorporation document. अभी हमने पढ़ा what is LLP. फिर हमने पढ़ा then what is your characteristics, need, advantages. Then हमने कुछ MCQ solve किए. Then we understood that what are the partners, what are the designated partners. अब हमने ये सब चीजें देख ली. What is the body corporate? Now, अभी किसी बच्चे ने मेरे से पूछा था, somebody has asked that ma'am whether incorporation is compulsory or not. Incorporation is compulsory. He has to follow section 11 of the LLP Act. Okay? So, we will see that for a LLP to be incorporated, LLP को incorporate करने के लिए, this is the procedure. 2 or more persons associated for carrying on a lawful business. Lawful business तो हमारा है ही, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट एक्ट में हमने पढ़ा है कि एवरी बिजनेस वी आर अंडरटेकिंग, एग्रीमेंट जो बनता है वो लॉफुल एक्टिविटी के लिए होता है. अनलॉफुल ऑब्जेक्ट नहीं होना चाहिए. विद अ व्यू टू प्रॉफिट, ये भी हमने अभी डिस्कस किया. देखिए सब चीजें हाउ दे आर इंटर रिलेटेड. लॉफुल, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट एक्ट, प्रॉफिट अभी हमने पढ़ा था कि LLP मस्ट बी इनकॉर्पोरेटेड फॉर प्रॉफिट ओनली, not for charitable, not for non-economic activity. Shall subscribe their names to an incorporation document. एक जब हम incorporation करेंगे तो there will be an incorporation document. इसमें क्या होगा? 2 or more persons shall subscribe. उसमें signatures करेंगे, subscribe करेंगे. The incorporation document shall file in such manner and with such fee, फीस भी लगेगी जब हम इनकॉर्पोरेशन कराते हैं, as may be prescribed with the registrar of the state in which the register of the LLP is to be situated. Now suppose I am making an LLP in Delhi, so I have get myself registered in the registrar of Delhi. Okay, so जिस जहां पे भी आपकी LLP रजिस्टर हो रही है इन विच स्टेट, तो उसी की स्टेट के ROC के पास आपको रजिस्ट्रार के पास जाना है and your incorporation document which will be subscribed by 2 or more persons, individuals. अब इनकॉर्पोरेशन के साथ साथ हमें विच स्टेटमेंट वी हैव टू फाइल, हमें एक स्टेटमेंट लगानी पड़ेगी. स्टेटमेंट इसका प्रिस्क्राइब फॉर्म हम अगर MCA की वेबसाइट पे जाएंगे तो वी विल सी दैट देयर इज अ प्रॉपर फॉर्मेट. Okay, that we will deal in intermediate and in when we are doing practice form practice करेंगे जब आप articleship करेंगे, we will see that what is the form of LLP made by either an advocate or a CS or a CA or a cost accountant who is engaged in the formation of LLP, like practicing chartered, practicing company secretary, practicing advocate, practicing cost accountant के अंदर जो LLP incorporate करता है उससे आप एक स्टेटमेंट ले सकते हैं. by anyone who subscribed his name to the incorporation, जो हमने यहाँ पे 2 or more persons थे, they will also be the part that all the requirement of this act and rules made thereunder have been complied with. वो एक signatures करेंगे दोनों मिलके कि yes, जो जो LLP के compliances थे, we have complied it. In respect of incorporation, matters precedent and incidental thereto. Okay? इसको आप एक बारी पढ़िए बेटा, कोई प्रॉब्लम है तो मुझे बताइए. रीड इट प्रॉपरली, याद कीजिए इसको, अभी मैं सुनती हूँ. Yes. Done. Remember the incorporation document? Yes. The incorporation document हमने देख लिया. पहले हमारा incorporation statement क्या क्या statement है, who will be the subscribers, then incorporation document shall, हमने form देख लिया. अब इसमें क्या क्या चीजें डलेंगी, क्या क्या लिखा जाएगा. स्टेट ऑफ द LLP कि नाम क्या है LLP का, वेरी ऑब्वियस. प्रपोज्ड बिजनेस ऑफ द LLP, रजिस्टर्ड ऑफिस, एड्रेस होना चाहिए स्टेट के साथ, नेम्स एंड एड्रेस ऑफ ईच ऑफ द पर्सन्स हु आर टू बी द पार्टनर्स, who are to be the designated partners and such other information as may be prescribed. ये देख लिया आपने कि incorporation document में हमारा नाम ऑफ द नेम ऑफ द LLP, business of the LLP, name and registered office, state and name of the registered office, address of the registered office, name and address of each of the persons partners, state and name of the persons who are to be the designated partners and contain such other information. Okay? Yes. अब अगर हमने इसको कंप्लाई नहीं किया तो व्हाट विल बी द पनिशमेंट? इफ द पर्सन मेक्स अ स्टेटमेंट डिस्कस्ड अबव व्हिच ही नोज टू बी फॉल्स, डज नॉट बिलीव टू बी ट्रू, शैल बी पनिशेबल. अगर उसने गलत बनाई वो स्टेटमेंट तो उसके साथ क्या होगा? व्हाट विल बी द पनिशमेंट? विद इम्प्रिजनमेंट फॉर अ टर्म विच में एक्सटेंड टू 2 years. उसको 2 साल की जेल हो सकती है, इम्प्रिजनमेंट हो सकती है, एंड इसका ध्यान रखिएगा बेटा, एंड और का, विथ फाइन विच शैल नॉट बी लेस देन 10,000 बट विच में एक्सटेंड टू 5 lakh. और उसको 10,000 से लेके 5 लाख तक के बीच का फाइन भी लग सकता है, बट ये दिस एंड है, तो दोनों चीजें लगेंगी साइमल्टेनियसली, इम्प्रिजनमेंट भी एंड फाइन भी। समझे? ये तो होल आंसर इज फॉर इनकॉर्पोरेशन डॉक्यूमेंट। इंडिविजुअल, 2 individuals विल बी देयर, ओके। एंड कहाँ पे इसका डिपॉजिट, कहाँ पे इनकॉर्पोरेशन होगा? द रजिस्ट्रार ऑफ द स्टेट इन विच द रजिस्टर्ड ऑफिस इज सिचुएटेड। स्टेटमेंट कैसे होगी? बाय सीए सीएस, है ना? देन वन सब्सक्राइबर, and what will be the forms, what will be the detail, name, registered office, name of the person, details of the person, partners, details of the designated partners, and proposed business, then penalty. So 3 slides में we have covered the entire section of section 11, incorporation of LLP. Then incorporation by registration, ये अभी हम देखते हैं section 12। अब हम इसको रजिस्टर कर रहे हैं, पहले हमने इनकॉर्पोरेट किया, अब हमारा रजिस्ट्रेशन कैसे होता है, रजिस्ट्रेशन का क्या प्रोसीजर है, ये हमारा रजिस्ट्रार ऑफ, जो रजिस्ट्रार है उसके अकॉर्डिंग। व्हेन द रिक्वायरमेंट्स इम्पोज्ड बाय सेक्शन 11 हैव बीन कंप्लाइड विद, द रजिस्ट्रार, जहां पे जिसकी स्टेट में हमने डाला है डॉक्यूमेंट, शैल रिटेन द इनकॉर्पोरेशन डॉक्यूमेंट एंड ही शैल विद इन अ पीरियड ऑफ 14 डेज। उसके पास चला गया इनकॉर्पोरेशन डॉक्यूमेंट, then within period of 14 days register the incorporation document, वो register करेंगे, give a certificate that the LLP is incorporated by the name specified therein, then the certificate देंगे कि LLP हमारी, whether the LLP has been registered or not. The certificate shall be signed by the registrar and authenticated by his official seal. अभी हमने seal डिस्कस किया था, ऑफिशियल सील, वो कॉमन सील था, यहाँ इस पर्सन की ऑफिशियल सील होगी। द सर्टिफिकेट शैल बी कंक्लूसिव एविडेंस। कंक्लूसिव एविडेंस मतलब एक गवाह है दैट द LLP इज इनकॉर्पोरेटेड बाय द नेम स्पेसिफाइड देयरिन। अगर हमें सर्टिफिकेट मिल गया है, सर्टिफिकेट ऑफ इनकॉर्पोरेशन, देन हमें कोई नहीं बोल सकता कि एनी कंप्लायंस इज नॉट बीन कंप्लाइड, some lacuna is there in LLP is incorrectly formed, okay? So the certificate of incorporation is the conclusive evidence that the LLP has been incorporated properly along with the name. Then registered office of LLP and change therein. अब हमने we have discussed the incorporation document, then the way of registration by the ROC, registrar, जो हमारा registrar of state है, वो कैसे करेगा? Now रजिस्टर्ड ऑफिस, अब रजिस्टर्ड ऑफिस हमने पढ़ा, रजिस्टर्ड ऑफिस जहां के नाम से, जहां के एड्रेस से हमारी LLP इज बीइंग रजिस्टर्ड, चेंज देयरिन। Every LLP shall have a registered office to which all communications and notices may be addressed and where they shall be received. आपका भी एड्रेस है, हर एक पर्सन का कोई प्रॉपर एड्रेस होता है, तो ऐसे ही LLP का, कंपनी का प्रॉपर एड्रेस होता है। क्यों? रजिस्ट्रार से कोई भी कम्युनिकेशन जाएगी या कोई भी पर्सन अगर उस कंपनी के साथ बिजनेस करना चाहता है, उससे मिलना चाहता है, कोई डॉक्यूमेंट भेजना चाहता है, तो रजिस्टर्ड ऑफिस पे तो जाएंगे, है ना? पार्टनर के घर पे वी विल नॉट गो, वी विल गो वेयर द रजिस्टर्ड, वेयर द LLP हैज बीन इनकॉर्पोरेटेड विद द रजिस्टर्ड ऑफिस, ओके? सो दैट, जैसे अब मिनिस्ट्री है, मिनिस्ट्री नाउ डेज दे आर सेंडिंग द EO COI जो आपका कॉर्पोरेट ऑफ इनकॉर्पोरेशन है, थ्रू ईमेल ऑल्सो, बट hard copy will also go at the registered office, address of the registered office. A document may be served on a LLP. डॉक्यूमेंट सर्व होगा LLP पे और a partner, a designated partner, sending it by post, certificate of post, as may be at the registered office and any other aspect specifically declared by the LLP for the purpose. कई बारी हम लोग भी अपना परमानेंट एड्रेस, कॉरेस्पॉन्डेंस एड्रेस दो होते हैं ना, सो इस सिमिलर वे में LLP के भी एड्रेस हो सकता है, वो रजिस्टर्ड ऑफिस पे भी कह सकता है, और कोई स्पेसिफिकली अनदर एड्रेस भी हो सकता है LLP का, वो उसमें मेंशन होगा कि आप या तो यहाँ भेजिए या यहाँ भेजिए, ओके? LLP में चेंज द प्लेस ऑफ इस रजिस्टर्ड ऑफिस, and file the notice of such change within the and any such change take effect only such filing. अगर LLP को लगता है, कंपनी LLP को लगता है कि I want to change the registered office, I want to change the address, the LLP can change the address, but there is a proper procedure for it. He has to file. If the LLP contravenes the provisions of this section, the LLP and its every partner shall be liable to a penalty of 500 for each day. 500 रुपए की daily, during which the default continues subject to maximum of 50,000 for the LLP and its every partner. If we contravene any of the provision with registered office, so then LLP will also be liable and every partner will also be liable. 500 rupees per day, maximum 50,000. इसको पढ़िए एक बारी बेटा. अब तक कोई प्रॉब्लम है तो बताइए मुझे. क्रिस्टल क्लियर. वेरी गुड उज्जवल. Ansh, it is written in the act that 50,000 maximum. Okay. मतलब ऐसे तो फिर आपको कंटिन्यूएशन में फिर इतने तो LLP जो पेनल्टी है मैक्सिमम 50,000 रुपीज है, चाहे वो कितने ही डेज की हो. जैसे 500 के हिसाब से आपका आई थिंक 100 डेज तक चलता रहेगा. जो भी आपकी कैलकुलेशंस है 500,000, 1500, 2000 ऐसे कर करके आपका 50,000 के से ज्यादा आपकी पेनल्टी LLP एक्ट में नहीं लिखी. For LLP Act, how much marks is allocated for you, Arjun? At 2 p.m. when we started, I told that for 6 to 7 marks, one question will come from this chapter. I think you have joined late. Akshay, there is no need to take the snapshot of this picture, this PPT. You are already aware that the notes have been uploaded on the website. So you are not a new student, Akshay. Why you are taking the pic? It is already uploaded on the website. Okay, Akshay? Okay, Arjun. Akshay? Okay? I have already uploaded the same on the BOS Knowledge Portal, beta. Now, effect of registration, section 14. Okay? अब हमने अपनी LLP, we have incorporated the LLP and it has proper your certificate of incorporation we have received. Now, what are the benefits? We have incorporated, so there must be some benefit, like in the traditional partnership we have seen now that if we do not incorporate, we do not register the partnership, what are the consequences? So here, what are the benefits of registering the LLP? We will discuss under section 14. Suing and being sued. That means that LLP can take legal action towards third party and the third party can also take the legal action towards the LLP. ये हमने पार्टनरशिप में पढ़ा था कि पार्टनरशिप में अगर हमारी नहीं होती तो we cannot take legal action beyond some limit. So here we can take legal action and the other party can also take legal action towards LLP. Acquiring, owning, holding and developing or disposing of property, whether movable, immovable, tangible or intangible. Okay, once LLP has been incorporated, they can acquire the property, it can develop it can dispose the property. Obviously आप अगर कोई बिजनेस करते हो तो you have to make some investment, whether be it registered office बनाओगे, वहां पे आप अपने लैपटॉप्स रखेंगे, मशीनरीज, whatever your business, तो जो भी है you are able to, आप उसको परचेज कर सकते हो, आप उसको डिस्पोज कर सकते हो, whether it is tangible, whether it is intangible, movable, immovable. Common seal, if it decides to have one, this we have already discussed. Doing and suffering such other acts and things as body corporate may lawfully do and suffer. एंड जैसे भी आपकी बॉडी कॉर्पोरेट कोई भी लॉ के काम कर सकती है, वैसे ही एलएलपी भी आपकी लॉफुल थिंग्स कैन डू. ओके, सो दिस इज द इफेक्ट ऑफ रजिस्ट्रेशन. नाउ नेम इज कवर्ड अंडर सेक्शन 15 कि नेम हम कैसे कर सकते हैं. नेम रजिस्टर हम एलएलपी के लिए नेम का क्या प्रोसीजर है. एवरी एलएलपी शैल हैव आइदर द वर्ड्स एलएलपी और द एक्रोनिम एलएलपी फॉर एज द लास्ट वर्ड्स. कोई भी, जैसे अगर हम कंपनी का एग्जांपल है, लाइक वी आर मेकिंग कंपनी, ओके, तो एट द एंड लिमिटेड और प्राइवेट लिमिटेड. इफ द कंपनी इज प्राइवेट तो प्राइवेट लिमिटेड आएगा एट द एंड. If the word company is limited, public company, then limited. But here, at the end of the name, LLP will also be there. Okay? Like for example, we are taking Beta Limited, Beta company is there, so Beta LLP. Beta Alpha, जो भी whatever your name, XYZ, ABC LLP. So LLP should also be there if the company is LLP, if the entity is LLP. No NLP shall be registered by a name which in the opinion of the government is. अगर सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट को, मिनिस्ट्री को लगता है कि द नेम इज अनडिजायरेबल, कोई ऐसा नाम है जो उनको लगता है कि ये जरूरत नहीं है ये नाम रखने की, अनडिजायरेबल, आइडेंटिकल और टू नियरली रिजेंबल्स, कि या तो किसी कंपनी से या किसी एलएलपी से बिल्कुल मिलता जुलता है, आइडेंटिकल है, रिजेंबल करता है, या किसी ट्रेडमार्क से, देन ऐसी नेम के साथ एलएलपी कैन नॉट बी रजिस्टर्ड. तो ये हमें बिफोर इनकॉर्पोरेशन ध्यान रखना पड़ता है कि एक तो एलएलपी मस्ट कम इन द नेम एंड इट शुड नॉट बी अनडिजायरेबल एंड इट शुड नॉट बी आइडेंटिकल टू विद some company, some LLP with some registered trademark. Okay? Yes, reservation of name. हम किसी नाम को रिजर्व कैसे करा सकते हैं. A person may apply in such form and manner and accompanied by such fee as may be prescribed to the registrar for the reservation of name set out in the application. कोई भी person किसी के भी नाम को, अब इसको लगता है कि हाँ मुझे एक नाम अच्छा लग रहा है, मुझे I want to incorporate with this name, तो वो एलएलपी के साथ उस नाम को रिजर्व करा सकता है. नेम ऑफ द प्रपोज्ड एलएलपी, नेम ऑफ विच एलएलपी प्रपोज टू चेंज इट्स नेम. या तो मुझे एक नई एलएलपी बनानी है तो मैं एक नाम सोच सकती हूँ, या आई एम थिंकिंग टू चेंज द नेम ऑफ माई एलएलपी, देन आई कैन डिसाइड दैट आई वांट टू चेंज द नेम एंड दैट नेम विल बी द प्रपोज्ड वन. सो आई कैन रिजर्व दैट नेम. Upon receipt of application, the person has to apply कि ये नाम मुझे चाहिए, मुझे रिजर्व कराना है. पेमेंट ऑन प्रिस्क्राइब्ड फी तो लगती है फी. द रजिस्ट्रार में इफ ही सेटिस्फाइड रिजर्व द नेम. मैंने आई एम रिजर्विंग अ नेम, मैं नाम रिजर्व कराना चाहती हूँ, मैंने एक एप्लीकेशन डाली आरओसी को कि मेरी कंपनी का नाम ये था, नाउ आई वांट टू चेंज. सो अगर रजिस्ट्रार इज सेटिस्फाइड तो ही कैन रिजर्व द नेम फॉर 3 months. 3 महीने तक वो नाम रिजर्व रह सकता है. अगर मैंने 3 महीने तक उसको इनकॉर्पोरेट नहीं कराया, देन द नेम विल बी गिवन टू समबडी एल्स फ्रॉम द डेट ऑफ इंटीमेशन बाय द रजिस्ट्रार. ओके, तो ये है रिजर्वेशन ऑफ नेम. डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन ऐसे आ सकते हैं, what is the procedure for taking the for reserving the name, what is the procedure for how can the LLP be name can be decided. LLP होना चाहिए, undesirable नहीं होना चाहिए, reserve of name, change of LLP, name of LLP. अब हमने देख लिया रिजर्व. अब मुझे in case I want to change the name, मुझे नहीं पसंद आया, या वो बाई चांस ओके कि आई वांट टू चेंज नेम, चेंज का प्रोसीजर भी देयर इज अ सेक्शन 17. If through inadvertence means गलती से, or otherwise LLP on its first registration or on its registration by a new body corporate is registered by a name which is identical with too near. अगर मैंने गलती से अपनी LLP का नाम ऐसे नाम से करा लिया जो किसी से मिलता जुलता है, आइडेंटिकल है, और गवर्नमेंट ने भी ध्यान नहीं दिया, मे बी दैट ऑफ एनी अदर LLP जो हमने पढ़ा था कि नहीं होना चाहिए, देन on an application of such LLP, then LLP क्या कर सकती है? It can give an application to central government. Then central government may direct such LLP to change its name within a period of 3 months. Central government can direct the LLP to 3 months के अंदर अंदर आपको नाम चेंज कराना है. Where LLP changes its name or obtain a new name, अगर अब मेरा नाम चेंज हो गया LLP का, then इट शैल विद इन अ पीरियड ऑफ 15 डेज, 15 डेज के अंदर जब मुझे पता चला डेट ऑफ चेंज, गिव नोटिस ऑफ चेंज टू रजिस्ट्रार. ओके, मैं रजिस्ट्रार को आई विल सेंड द नोटिस एंड हु शैल कैरी आउट नेसेसरी चेंजेस इन द सर्टिफिकेट. फिर वो सर्टिफिकेट में जो सर्टिफिकेट ऑफ इनकॉर्पोरेशन होता है उसमें नेसेसरी चेंजेस करेंगे और 30 डेज के अंदर अंदर वो सच LLP शैल चेंज इट्स नेम इन द LLP एग्रीमेंट. समझे? First of all, if I want to, मेरा नाम मैंने I registered my name with some name, but by chance, inadvertence, it got reserved, it got named with the name which is identical or undesirable. So I want to change the name. Central government can direct me to change the name within 3 months. Agar I am changing the name, then within 15 days, I have to give the notice to the registrar that I have changed the name of the LLP, and the registrar will make necessary changes in the COI within 30 days. Okay? पढ़िए इसको एक बारी बेटा. Change of name of LLP. Now these procedures are getting more bulky, थोड़े से लेंदी हो रहे हैं, so it will take some time, but अगर आप इसको PPT के थ्रू पढ़ोगे, so it will automatically be remembered. पढ़ लिया बेटा? Now all the relevant provisions, whatever covered in the study material, we have seen. Now these two differences. First difference we will see between LLP and partnership, and another difference we will see with LLP and the company. These two are very important, also very important. Okay, because sometimes, many a times, the difference between two forms of business organization has come in your examination. And many times students ask me कि ma'am whether हम इसको कैसे present करें? You can present in this form only, tabular format only, or you can present in the paragraph form. It's your choice. Okay, so this is very easy difference. LLP is governed by LLP Act. Partnership, you know that Partnership Act 1932. It's a body corporate. It is not a body corporate. Okay, it is a legal entity separate from its members. पढ़ा था हमने. It is a group of persons with no legal entity, separate legal entity. लीगल नहीं है ये, अगर रजिस्टर्ड है, बट देन रजिस्टर्ड होने के बाद भी वो सेपरेट लीगल एंटिटी नहीं होती. इट इज क्रिएटेड बाय लीगल प्रोसेस कॉल्ड LLP. कैसे बनता है? LLP एक्ट के अंदर. इट इज क्रिएटेड बाय एन एग्रीमेंट बिटवीन द पार्टनर्स. ओके, पार्टनरशिप फर्म. Registration is mandatory. LLP can sue and be sued in its own name. Registration is voluntarily. Only the registered partnership firm can sue the third party. Agar my firm is registered, then only I can sue the other parties in the case of partnership firm. The death, insanity, retirement, insolvency does not affect. ये हमने पढ़ा था ना, perpetual succession. डज नॉट इफेक्ट, कोई भी आए कोई भी जाए LLP बंद नहीं होगी. Its existence continues forever. The death, insanity, retirement, insolvency may affect. It has no perpetual succession. रीड आउट कीजिए बेटा इसको, अभी और भी हैं आगे. कोई डाउट है तो मेरे से पूछिए. यू कैन आस्क मी एनी डाउट इन केस ऑफ एनी डाउट. नो डाउट्स. कैन पार्टनरशिप फर्म बी कन्वर्टेड इनटू LLP? यस विजुअल, हमने स्टार्टिंग में ही पढ़ा था. फर्म, private company and unlisted public company can be converted into LLP. When government can himself change the LLP, when the central government found that the name is undesirable, then it can direct the LLP to change its name. Yes. Name, the name of LLP to contain, ये हमने पढ़ा था as suffix, बाद में हमें LLP लगाना है. No guidelines. The partners can have any name as per their choice. Liability of each partner is limited to the extent to agreed contribution except in case of willful fraud. अगर मेरा LLP के केस में, पार्टनरशिप में, LLP में पार्टनर्स लाइबिलिटी इज लिमिटेड, बट हियर द लाइबिलिटी इज अनलिमिटेड. Can bind the LLP by his own act but not the other partners. Here each partner can bind the firm as well as other partners. ये म्यूचुअल एजेंसी का हमने कॉन्सेप्ट करा था. Two designated partners, no provision for such partners. May have common seal, no concept of common seal. Only designated partners are responsible for all compliances. All partners are responsible. Okay? इसको भी पढ़िए बेटा. This is very simple language we have explained. So we have seen the difference between LLP and the partnership firm. So there are so many different 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 differences are there. So in the exam, the question comes for 6 marks. So you can write any 6 points out of it. Okay? No need to write all the 12 points. जो आपको 12 में से अच्छी तरह याद है, जिनको बिल्कुल प्रॉपर हो, यू आर कॉन्फिडेंट, देन राइट एनी 6 points. You can write the headings also. एंड अलॉन्ग विद दैट, हेडिंग के साथ साथ प्रोविजन भी लिखना है, ये पॉइंट्स भी लिखने हैं. ये नहीं कि ओनली हेडिंग लिखकर आ गए. नो. देन एनुअल फाइलिंग ऑफ LLP. LLP is required to file annual statement of insolvency, annual return with the registration of LLP. Partnership firm is not required. Foreign national can become a partner in LLP. ये हमने देखा था foreign LLP का. But here the partnership firm में बाहर के outsiders India not allowed. Minor cannot be admitted to the benefits. हमने पार्टनरशिप में पढ़ा था, minors can be admitted with the consent of all the existing partners. So here is the difference. See, देखिए कितना इलोबरेटिव डिफरेंस है. आपको पूरा LLP समझ में आ जाएगा, पूरा पार्टनरशिप समझ में आ जाएगा इसको पढ़ के. ओके? एनी कंफ्यूजन? Ma'am, basis can they specifically ask? No, specifically they will not ask. They will ask the difference between LLP and partnership. 6 marks. So you can write any 6 points. बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है मैम ये. यस उज्जवल, LLP कंपनीज एक्ट बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है. Yes, 15 is there. 3 here. Khalid. Yes, NI Act is also very interesting. Yes, Arjun, NI is also very interesting. We will discuss the NI Act in the last week. मैम इजी चैप्टर. यस अक्षित, इट्स अ वेरी इजी. और आपने तो काफी दिनों से 2-3 डेज से यू आर रीडिंग. वेरी गुड. नाउ द डिफरेंस बिटवीन LLP एंड लिमिटेड लायबिलिटी कंपनी जो अभी हम नेक्स्ट वीक पढ़ेंगे. ठीक है. रेगुलेटिंग एक्ट LLP एक्ट 2008, कंपनीज एक्ट 2013. Who contribute to LLP are known as partners. यहाँ पे जो शेयर्स इन्वेस्ट पैसा लगाते हैं, they are the members of the company. एग्रीमेंट बिटवीन द पार्टनर्स, इंटरनल गवर्नेंस, यहाँ पे हमारा स्टेट्यूट है कंपनीज एक्ट 2013. LLP और LLP सफिक्स, यहाँ पे जैसे मैंने आपको बताया वर्ड लिमिटेड और प्राइवेट कंपनी लिमिटेड टू कंटेन प्राइवेट लिमिटेड एज सफिक्स. मिनिमम 2 पार्टनर्स, मैक्सिमम नो सच लिमिट. प्राइवेट में 2 and 200 मेंबर्स इज द प्राइवेट. फॉर प्राइवेट, पब्लिक में 7 मिनिमम एंड मैक्सिमम नो लिमिट. पढ़िए इसको एक बारी, फिर मैं नेक्स्ट स्लाइड दिखाती हूँ आपको. Liability of partner is limited. Here also, the liability of the member is limited on the unpaid share. ओके, जितना उन्होंने शेयर्स पे नहीं करा उनको वहां तक लिमिटेड है. यहाँ पे एग्रीड कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन जितना उन्होंने पे करना है तब तक लिमिटेड है. एक्सेप्ट इन केस ऑफ विलफुल फ्रॉड. अगर फ्रॉड का केस है देन दे विल बी पर्सनली लायबल. ओके, अभी किसी ने पूछा था पर्सनली फ्रॉड का केस, तो फ्रॉड के केस में LLP में पार्टनर्स विल बी पर्सनली लायबल. The business of the company is managed by the partners, including the designated partners. यहाँ पे managed by board of directors. बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स कौन इलेक्ट करता है? शेयर होल्डर. कंपनी के लिए शेयर होल्डर्स पहले आपकी कैपिटल कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन करेंगे, देन शेयर होल्डर्स विल इलेक्ट द शेयर होल्डर कह लीजिए, मेंबर्स कह लीजिए. देन शेयर होल्डर और मेंबर्स विल इलेक्ट डायरेक्टर्स जो कंपनी चलाएंगे. मिनिमम नंबर 2 डेजिग्नेटेड. प्राइवेट कंपनी में 2 डायरेक्टर्स, पब्लिक में 3 डायरेक्टर्स. पढ़ लीजिए इसको, फिर वी विल डिस्कस सम क्वेश्चंस. अर्जुन, प्लीज अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ. Arjun, your hand is raised.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Yes, ma'am. Can you please explain the concept of designated partners? Section 7, that slide.
Designated partners मैंने अभी डिस्कस किया था बेटा. Again you want to.
But didn't understand, no?
Okay.
All these 3 points.
Okay, just wait.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Every LLP shall have at least 2 designated partners who are individuals and one of them shall be a resident in India. Okay? 2 designated partners होंगे, इंडिविजुअल्स होने चाहिए और दोनों में से मिनिमम एक आपका रेजिडेंट होना चाहिए. इफ इन LLP ऑल द पार्टनर्स आर बॉडी कॉर्पोरेट. अभी हम पार्टनर्स की बात कर रहे हैं. अगर LLP के अंदर पार्टनर्स जो हैं वो हमारी कंपनीज हैं. डेजिग्नेटेड पार्टनर्स तो आपके कौन होते हैं? इंडिविजुअल. बट जो पार्टनर्स होते हैं उसमें आपके इंडिविजुअल एज वेल एज बॉडी कॉर्पोरेट भी पार्टनर्स हो सकती हैं. One or more partners are individual or body corporate. At least 2 individuals who are partners of such LLP or nominees of such bodies corporate shall act as designated partners. ये समझ आ रहा है? अगर वो कह रहा है कि अगर एक पार्टनर, एक LLP में पार्टनर्स हैं जो इंडिविजुअल भी हैं और बॉडी कॉर्पोरेट भी हैं. ऑल द पार्टनर्स आर बॉडी कॉर्पोरेट और विन विच वन और मोर पार्टनर्स आर इंडिविजुअल एंड बॉडी कॉर्पोरेट. या तो सारे बॉडी कॉर्पोरेट या इंडिविजुअल या बॉडी कॉर्पोरेट. एटलीस्ट 2 individual who are partners of such LLP or nominees of such bodies corporate shall act as designated partners. तो उनके केस में क्या होगा, जो ये बॉडीज कॉर्पोरेट है उनकी नॉमिनीज होती हैं, ऑब्वियसली दे विल नॉट डील द बिजनेस विद देमसेल्फ ना, उनके कोई ना कोई नॉमिनीज होंगे, तो वो नॉमिनीज आपके डेजिग्नेटेड पार्टनर्स बनेंगे. रेजिडेंट इन इंडिया के लिए क्या कहता है, रेजिडेंट इंडिया कौन होता है, who has stayed in India for not less than 120 days during the financial year. Okay? Yes. अर्जुन, अब आपको समझ में आ गया बेटा? यस, शेयर होल्डर्स के लिए यूजुअली सेइंग मैम, जो डायरेक्टर बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स होते हैं वो भी तो शेयर कंट्रीब्यूशन करते हैं बेटा. इट्स नॉट कंपल्सरी फॉर एवरी डायरेक्टर टू कंट्रीब्यूट इनटू द शेयर्स. ओके, that we will discuss later in the Companies Act, but it is not mandatory for every director. You are talking about the first directors. तनुजा राइटिंग मैम, गुड आफ्टरनून. मैंने मे अटेम्प्ट के लिए रजिस्टर किया है, तो क्या मैं अभी से लेक्चर अटेंड कर सकती हूँ? यस बेटा, यू कैन स्टार्ट फ्रॉम टुडे ओनली. क्योंकि मे के लिए तो द क्लासेस विल स्टार्ट इन जनवरी, so it will take time, so you can see the recorded lectures as well and start preparing. मैम, लिमिटेड लाइबिलिटी कंपनी में अनपेड लाइबिलिटी वाला पॉइंट समझ नहीं आया. अनपेड लाइबिलिटी कौन सी थी बेटा? अनपेड अनपेड लाइबिलिटी. यस बेटा, इसमें देखिए लिमिटेड अमाउंट अनपेड. यस, जो मेंबर्स होते हैं दे आर कंट्रीब्यूटिंग द कैपिटल. सो 100 का शेयर्स है, सो फॉर एग्जांपल दे हैव टेकन 1 लाख रुपीज शेयर कैपिटल. तो आपका 1 लाख का शेयर्स जो है वो एक साथ दे आर नॉट वांटिंग, दे वांट 20 एंड फर्स्ट सेकंड लॉट में सेकंड एप्लीकेशन 20,000 रुपीज. तो मेंबर्स की लायबिलिटी कहां तक लिमिटेड है? बाय चांस अभी आपकी कंपनी वाइंड अप होने वाली है, बट उसने 60,000 इज अनपेड फ्रॉम द मेंबर्स, तो उसकी लायबिलिटी इज लिमिटेड ओनली टूवर्ड्स 60,000 रुपीज, नॉट मोर देन दैट. ओके, विजुअल? Yes, Arjun is writing clear designated partners concept. Yes. Okay, Ujjwal is also writing. So all the concepts are clear, I suppose. Now we will discuss some questions. Yes. Diana and Bharti, it has come in January 2025. Newly qualified chartered accountants wish to form a LLP. Okay, like you will become a chartered accountant in 3 to 4 years. So you may also want to incorporate an LLP. To provide their professional services, they seek information about the provisions of LLP Act, specifically regarding the incorporation document. ये हमें क्वेश्चन ध्यान से पढ़ना होगा. Specifically किसके लिए चाहते हैं वो? Incorporation document. Additionally, they want to know whether the statement filed along with the incorporation document serve as sufficient evidence that all legal requirements for the incorporation have been fully fulfilled. ये आपको ध्यान होगा, मैंने डिस्कस किया था. Incorporation document as well as COI, certificate of incorporation, as conclusive evidence. Yes, 6 marks. See, आप इसे कंफ्यूज मत होइए कि इसमें केस स्टडी पूछी है. इसमें डायरेक्ट पूछा है इनकॉर्पोरेशन डॉक्यूमेंट के बारे में बताइए एंड सफिशिएंट एविडेंस के बारे में बताइए. मुझे आंसर लिख के बताइए छोटा छोटा फटाफट 2-3 लाइंस में. सफिशिएंट एविडेंस का लिख के बताइए मुझे. इनकॉर्पोरेशन का तो आपको याद हो गया होगा. राइट अबाउट द सफिशिएंट एविडेंस. डोंट लुक फ्रॉम द स्टडी मटेरियल बेटा, प्लीज, इट्स अ रिक्वेस्ट. I am waiting for the answers. Please raise your hands if somebody want to answer by speaking, but not by writing. Allow. Who wants to give me the answer, beta? Please raise your hand. What happened? कुछ भी बोलिए, जर्नल बोलिए. कोई भी नहीं बोलना चाहता आंसर. Why? लिख दीजिए अगर if you are not comfortable. See, the incorporation document, in section 11 we have seen that for LLP 2 or more persons, okay, statement to be filed, CACS, subscribe their name, all the requirements have been come in incorporation. ये सारा हमने लिखा है section 11 के बारे में. ये सारी हमारी पेनल्टी है. Now incorporation by registration, sufficient evidence. As per section 12, the registrar may accept the statement delivered as sufficient evidence that the requirement imposed by the subsection has been complied. The statement filed along with the incorporation serves as a sufficient evidence that all the requirements, legal requirement of the incorporation of the LLP have been fulfilled. So we have provided the answer as per section 10 and section 12. पढ़ लीजिए इसको एक बारी. Yes, Bindia. Correct answer, beta. Nishipal. May 2025 का एक क्वेश्चन डिस्कस करते हैं. A limited liability partnership gives the benefit of limited liability of a company on one hand and the flexibility of partnership on the other. Discuss according to the provisions. Raju and his friend Anil have approached you to help them to form a LLP. The object of proposed LLP is to run a charitable school which provides free education to the poor children. What would be your suggestion in accordance with the provisions of LLP? कौन मुझे आंसर बताएगा इसका, फर्स्ट या सेकंड या दोनों? खालिद, प्लीज अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ.
गुड आफ्टरनून मैम.
गुड आफ्टरनून. बताइए बेटा इसका आंसर.
मैम सेकेंड वाला का आंसर होगा कि राजू कैन नॉट फॉर्म एलएलपी बिकॉज एज पर लिमिटेड लायबिलिटी पार्टनरशिप एक्ट 2008 द एलएलपी इज फॉर्म ओनली फॉर प्रॉफिट, not for profit.
Your voice is not very good. मुझे पता था कि okay. And what about first part? चलो, I will give the chance to another student. Very good, Khalid. One more student I want. Who wants to give me the answer of first point? Yes, visual. Your answer is correct. See, LLP gives the benefit of limited liability on one hand and flexibility. ये हमने points discuss किए थे under the characteristics. देखिए ये दोनों points आ गए हैं. Every partner for the purpose of LLP, not the LLP partners will be limited to the agreed contribution. Okay. Flexibility of partnership कैसे? The LLP allows its members the flexibility of organizing their internal structure. The LLP enable entrepreneur, professional enterprises providing services of any kind or engaged in scientific and technical disciplines. Owing to flexibility in its structure, the LLP is a suitable vehicle for small enterprises and for investment by venture capital. Okay, so this is the case. जो आपने अभी खालिद ने बताया, the essential requirements for forming LLP is carrying on a lawful business with a view to earn profit. LLP cannot be formed for charitable or non-economic. So in this manner, we can present our answer. It is suggested to form them that they can form a Section 8 company. मैंने आपको बताया था ना Section 8 company, जो अभी हम next week पढ़ेंगे. But paper में आपको पता होगा Section 8 company, तो you can write like this at the end. Okay, so we have discussed in detail the coverage. We have covered all the things we have covered in our session. LLP, then need, LLP Act के बारे में, whole of India, ये सब चीजें आप एक बार रिवाइज कर लीजिए. Indian Partnership Act not applicable. Characteristics we have explained in detail. Then advantages, definitions very important. For financial year ka I have told you, small LLP, MCQs we have done and all the students has given me wonderful answers. Then partners, minimum number, designated partners, incorporation document. Okay. Then registration, registered office, effect of registration, name, reservation of name, change of name, then differences between LLP and the partnership and LLP between and company. So and 2 questions we have discussed and some questions I have given in the assignment. So if any query, if any doubt is there, please ask me. You can ask me. Yes, Bindia has given the correct option. Yes, Radhika, your answer is also correct. Yes, Tanya, correct answer, beta. Very good. Thank you, ma'am. It was a very nice class of LLP taught by you, ma'am. Each and also everything was crystal clear for me. Please, thank you, Arjun. It's a request that after the class, please fill the feedback form also. Okay, when you send the positive feedback, we also feel very nice. So for us, always after finishing the LVC class, if you like the class, please fill the feedback. If you don't like the class, then also fill the feedback form because your improvement, your suggestions are improvement for us. मैम इस चैप्टर से कोई भी केस स्टडी नहीं आती, विजुअल इस चैप्टर से कोई भी केस स्टडी नहीं आती, आपका सिंपल क्वेश्चन आएगा 6 to 7 मार्क्स का. ओके, सो now we are finishing the class. Now LLP Act is also complete. You are left with 2 chapters, that is the Companies Act. We will discuss next Monday, Wednesday, Friday. 3 classes we are having for Companies Act. And next week, 3 classes we are having for Negotiable Instrument Act, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So only 6 classes are left. It's my humble request till chapter 5, today only read the LLP chapter from the study material and read some assignment also and read the RTP suggested for this chapter. If you have not finished any chapter, if any question is left, any portion is left, try to complete now. Saturday, Sunday is coming. You're not having a business law class on Sunday. Okay, so try to complete the syllabus. Please start focusing. अभी अगर आपने start नहीं किया है ठीक से practice करना. Practice also start. From the suggested answer recently we have uploaded. RTPs are new. RTPs we have recently uploaded in the month of November, October and November. 2 publications new. And now 2 mock test paper new series will come in December. Okay, 2 sessions will be taken, 6 webinars will be taken. All these efforts are undertaken by the Board of Studies only for you students. So take the maximum benefit and clear the foundation CA exam with distinction marks. I know law paper, theoretical paper, but I have talked to many students. They have easily minded, easily but the easily cleared get 65, 70, 75, 80 also marks in the business law paper. But the condition is that they have minimum twice, minimum thrice read the thoroughly, studied the study material. They have practiced a lot of questions, be it covered in the study material, be it covered in your suggested answer, RTPs, MTPs. Okay, so try to follow this strategy. Time is very less for January 2026 examinations. Then 26 May we have to give two exams, one for the foundation and another one for the intermediate. Okay, intermediate be it your January, September May, so I don't think so. It will, you can give the September 2026, but I want everyone to clear the foundation exam in January 2026 and give your intermediate exam in January 27. Okay, so all the best and come prepare on Monday for the Companies Act. Thank you very much. Ashok ji, please end the session. Thank you.